What? Hey! Make some noise! Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
What's up, party people? It's your boy Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. It is going down. Thank you for tuning in today. I got my Instagram feed open. I see you, Javon Pearson, the legend. Thank you for tuning in today. Appreciate you. Kingdom Wisdom, I see you. Sonia Jackson. Cannot wait to top your Andromeda is in the building. You know you're always welcome, sis. If you want to pop in, say hi, you are absolutely welcome. Let's see. Let's do this, do that, and do this. Beautiful. What's the word for today, Rodney Perry? Well, there's a number of words. First of all, the secret genius is in the building. I took my board and my mics down to the Cat's Cafe last night, and we was podcasting live. Film Girl Productions, what's up, sis? Appreciate y'all popping in. Holler at your boy this morning. Why do we do these shows, man? Right? Because you got to do a lot of shows for people to even pay attention. Right? Before anybody looks your way. What's up, Vina? Before anybody looks your way, you got to do it. You got to do it when nobody's paying attention. Right? And that's true of anything. Whether, what's up, Roy G? Whether it's your profession, going through college, whether it's whatever your endeavor in life is, you will do it while nobody gives a damn. Right? So the question is, are you willing to do it long enough? I can tell you absolutely for sure about certain moments in my life where I didn't do certain things long enough. I became frustrated. I became tired. I became afraid for whatever reason. And I didn't do the thing long enough. Case in point, I was probably one of the first, I saw the internet coming. It's of course after Dane Cook took off on MySpace. Twitter became a thing. I was there. So if you notice, my Twitter account is verified. What's up, Sid? How are you this morning, bro? I was there. I was posting on YouTube before people posted on YouTube. But the thing we have to be aware of or wary of is not doing the thing long enough. My brother had a podcast. They called it The Drive Crew, and they would do their podcast from inside a car. They were way ahead of the power curve. Hello, Jacqueline. Know this. You have to do the thing long enough. Don't quit. Don't give up. Say it. You're putting your brand out there, your cigar brand. Keep going, bro. I know it gets frustrating. I know it's hard to keep going. Chi. I know it's hard, sis. I know it feels like nobody's paying attention, but they are. They are. And all you need is one yes. If you want to join me, come over to the YouTube page. A-Rock Silly. What are we talking about this morning? We're talking about a couple of things. First of all, Ray Diva is in the building. The idea is this. You must do the thing, whatever your thing is, long enough for the world to pay attention. I know, Jacqueline. Jacqueline says Rodney Perry is so hard. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's difficult. I have failed at this myself. I had a great idea. I read something that said, don't tell people your ideas because they'll shit on them. I've seen it. I've seen people pull their pants down and dookie on my dreams. Because everybody doesn't have the capacity to understand. Whatever it is, keep going. This is my message for you today. Keep going. Yes, your idea is incredible. Yes, it's great. But if nobody knows about it, somebody else, God will give it to somebody else. Write that down. God will give your idea, your great idea, to someone else because he wants it to happen. The name of the podcast is Rodney Perry Live. 166 episodes today. Wow. I got friends that do podcasts that do it once a week. I do a podcast every single day. You cannot quit. You must continue. What I want to ask you guys today is a couple of things. First of all, what are the words you live by? One of the words is keep going, man. One of my words that I live by is keep going. Vina girl, if you haven't shared the broadcast, share it. Don't tell me you fuck with me, you support me, and you don't share my broadcast. I see you, Rodney, Terra Love Diva, welcome. Thank you, sis. Film girl says she believes. I believe you, Rodney Perry. It's okay. See, the thing about it is if you are a human being, well, let's use this analogy. Your road to success is like this. It's like punching in said directions in your navigation. You know the navigation works. But guess what? You know it works. Inevitably, you will stop believing in it. Inevitably, at some point, you'll go, when did I punch that address in? Right. You might even get off the highway. Guess what? What will the navigation do? It will recalculate. It may not take you to it'll take you to the same place, but it may take you a roundabout way. See, some of you are already off the highway. You put where you were going in the navigation. You say, God, I'm going here. And God started you on your way, and you're on the highway, and you go, man, where's my exit? What God doesn't do is tell you, and your exit is a mile away. But it is. Your exit is literally 1 mile away. You're almost there. And what do your dumb ass do? Get off the highway. Now you got to recalculate, may take you all through the neighborhoods. And you wondering why it's taking you so long to get where you want to go. My name is Rodney Perry. This is Rodney Perry Live. We're here every day. Episode 166. I'm saying to you this morning, don't get off the highway. Keep rolling. You are almost there. If you want to interact with the show, come onto the YouTube channel. I don't know everything. Ali Sadiq is in the building. Ali. Text me so I can see you the link. Shay Clemens, I'm here. How about this? A lot of us are immensely blessed. We're talking about words you live by today. What are some of the words you live by? A lot of us are immensely blessed, right? Like God has seen fit to put you in a home. God has seen fit to make sure your children are healthy. God has seen fit. I mean, you have countless blessings. Countless blessings. But you want what you don't have. How about that? Joining us, he just popped in, my man, Amir A-Rock Silly. Amir came to my show in Harlem, man. When I tell you it's a handful of people, when I see their faces, I'm like, oh, snap. I respect this man more than he knows for a lot of reasons. You know, for sharing his journey in loss and losing his brother. People don't share that type of stuff. I can only imagine what it must be like. Ty Mills in the building. Tara Love Diva. We lost my mom a few years ago. And from time to time, it gets really heavy on me. I'm going to try not to let that come down on me today. All right. We lost him. No worries. He'll come back. Ty Mills, man, I am super proud of you, bro. I am super proud of you. The comedian you're becoming is like watching a baby become a toddler, and then a toddler become a young man, and the young man becoming a teenager, and a teenager becoming a grown man. Keep going, bro. Don't give up. Don't give up, Ty Mills. Challenge yourself. Tara Love Diva dropped in the chat. She said, Rodney Perry, I'm here. If you're just popping in, you're welcome to come into the broadcast, man. I'm talking this morning. The question is, what are the words you live by? One of the phrases I live by is keep going. One foot in front of the other. Every great journey starts with a single step. Period. Every great journey starts with a single step. You can't go nowhere till you start going somewhere. DJ La Bonita is in the building. Every great journey, there go another one. Every great journey starts with a single step, but you can't go nowhere till you take a step. Some of us are paralyzed when it comes to taking a single step. Are you afraid to make decisions? Are you afraid? Once you acknowledge that thing, you can deal with it. My man, the myth, the legend himself, Amir A-Rock City. What's up, Amir?
Hey, what's going on, Uncle Rodney? It's good to see you.
Oh, you come in with the somber voice. I like that. hey, if you want to check Amir out, you got to come on over Instagram. Come over to the YouTube feed. Amir, how are you this morning, bro?
I'm good. It's good to see you, brother. It was great to see you in Harlem, man. Absolutely phenomenal. 2 shows. Wow. For those of you who missed it, this man right here is the epitome of watching greatness and watching how when you know and you're skilled at your craft, there's no other way to, put it. Like, I just watched this man 2 separate nights, 2 separate crowds, do 2 separate sets that both resonated with everybody in the building. So wow. Just incredible to watch. So I appreciate you, Rodney, for all.
Thank you, Amir. Let me ask you this before you get into it. I know you got something. Do you have the ability to big up yourself? Like, can you look in the mirror at yourself and go, nigga, you killing it today? Like, and I want y'all to do this too. Look in the mirror and let yourself know that you are fucking doing it. Can you do it, Amir?
It's so funny, Rodney. I think that's one of the toughest things that I have the biggest problem with is doing that. Yeah. I could do it for everybody else. I'm cheerleading. I'm in the crowd. I'm on your feeds. I'm doing everything I can to make sure the people who, I'm associated with or care about, they know that I'm proud of them. But for myself, that is one of the toughest things in the world for me to do.
Yeah.
So, boy, that's a heck of a question.
Dude, that it's so hard for us sometimes because, and I think sometimes it's our community because you never want to be high side. You never want to be the guy that's flashy and stuff like that. And so you don't say stuff about yourself. You don't tell yourself how fly you are. You don't. And if you wait on other people to do it, you're going to get your goddamn feelings hurt.
This is true. It's funny how me personally, my personal, creed is nice to be.
I'm sorry, Amir, they put you in the matrix, man. I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me
the
now?
Wi-Fi is acting up. I'm gonna pull you down and come back. Yo, man, it's Rodney Perry. This is Rodney Perry Live. This morning, we keeping it real, man. We're keeping it 1,000. Shouts out to my buddy Cole. Another word I live by is get yourself a friend. Get yourself a freaking friend. Somebody that knows who you are, what you are, and is very comfortable with who and what you can be. And how about this? Somebody that will take the time and go, hey man, you're doing a great job. That's my buddy Cole. He's on the line. Shouts out to Cole Parker. Shouts out to Jake State. I see you, Jake. Another guy that I've had an opportunity to watch from day one. Melba Moore, the legendary Melba Moore is on the broadcast. She said, Rodney Perry, I'm killing it today. Yes, you are, Miss Melba. Yes, you are. Hey, Mary Roxilla, you still there? Okay, he's working on his Wi-Fi situation. What are the words you live by? What keeps you going? What keeps you showing yourself? Yo, Jalen Jones. What up, what up, Unc? Love you. Love you too, young man. Wow. This is the real deal. This is what we doing today, man. We talking some real stuff, man. Hey, Mary, you ready, buddy?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, excellent. Break it down. I know you got a jewel for me.
Well, I think, hopefully before I broke up, I said one of the, themes that I live by is it's nice to be important, but it's much more important to be nice. And that's been something that served me my entire life. I've always thought to myself that, when you're out and about, obviously you, like you said, you're doing everything you can to be supportive of friends, family, whomever, whatever, including yourself. But we forget that it's the way that you've made somebody feel is going to stay with them versus what you necessarily did for them. And that is not something that we really take into account. So many of us have been programmed to believe that, everything is about you and about, whatever, as opposed to, no, it's about the moment and taking that moment, drinking it in, taking everything that you can from the moment, and then utilizing it to push you forward in whatever endeavors you see for yourself or whatever things you're trying to accomplish. And I know, for me personally, like I said, between, you, Talent, Ray Diva, so many other, great people in the, comedy community, Ali Sadiq, I'm just thankful and mindful that I've had the opportunity to, one, have counsel with you guys, meaning have a real conversation. So doesn't have anything to do with being on air or anything like that, but just really talk and share ideas and ideologies, but more importantly, learn from each other. And I'm hoping and praying that as a collective, we get back to that. There is so many people who have great jewels and things to share with you, but unfortunately, we've been led to believe that if you don't have a name, if you're not, your name isn't up in lights or you're not in certain spaces, then it doesn't have, or it shouldn't have an effect on you. When the reality is you can learn and should be able to learn from just about anybody in any circumstance, but you got to be open to it. And you got to allow yourself and your mind to have that moment. And I think that that's something that we have to hopefully do a better job of,
You know what? You gave it to us in such a real way, Amir, man. And And if you want to hear Amir, you got to come over to the broadcast, man. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/Rodney Perry Live. Yo, Amir, you're one of those guys, man. You know what I'm saying? You're one of those guys that constantly uplift. And where does that come from, man? Like, is that something that's always been there?
It's funny that you asked that, Ron. I think for me personally, it's I've been running for my life. You know, as a kid, when you are in certain spaces, whether it be, you know, like I was one of those kids, you know, you find money, so you go South brought to money, try to, you know, money shop, get a slice pizza. So because of it, I don't like that. People appreciate the fact that I'm trying to share. It's just about us. Like, as I've gotten older,
Amir, I'm sorry to cut you off, man. It's back in the Matrix, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, man. He was really giving us some real game too. Trina Pinkert is in the building. Thank you, Miss Andromeda. I see you as per usual. Andromeda says, "Hey Rod, I had a podcast in 2020 that I stopped and keep saying I'm going to start back in. Today's the day, Andromeda. Today's the day. You have the wherewithal. You have the ability. Why not?" She says he may need to turn off his Wi-Fi and just use the phone. Maybe that's it. I'm not sure what it is, but Andromeda, you know. Good morning, Carolyn. How are you for coming over? Thank you. Guys, it's so many words we live by every day. I would love to hear the words you live by. Amir says it's important it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. But then we always hear nice guys finish last. Ladies, nice guys finish last? Really? Are you serious? Maybe you're right. Johnine Brown, how are you, sis? Please come over. Share a good word with my audience today. The broadcast is the broadcast Rodney Perry Live on YouTube. Matter of fact, Jay, I'm gonna send you the RNEE. I'm gonna send you the link. Come in, holler at your boy. JB in the place to be. Man, what are the words you live by? Simple words for me, keep going. No sound here on Instagram, mother. Mother said there's no sound. Okay, I'm about to turn this motherfucker off. I'm sorry. Nice guys don't finish last. Andromeda says nice guys don't finish last. Yeah, y'all treat them like that though, Andromeda. Nice guys don't finish last. Women just have to learn what a good man is. Oh, how about that? Tara Love Diva is in the building. She said, I'm still listening to Rodney Perry. I'm there. I turned off the Instagram feed. It was acting up. Man, come in, holler at your boy. Holler at your boy. Mother, the creator, Ali Sadiq, Miss Jarnine is in the building. Thank you for always rocking with your boy. Let me shoot this to my boy. My boy Cole said, Rodney, why don't you let me know when you want me to come on? Because I live sometime by being impromptu and in the moment. And that's just a fact. Let me give y'all this, because you know we have a chat that I'm in, and it's all comedians, and there's still conventional wisdom that says that sometimes, some point you'll have to quit your job. I don't tell nobody to quit their job, but this is what you will have to do. You will inevitably have to trust God at some point. See, what you're saying when you say, man, I love doing blah, 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 whatever that thing is, whatever your thing is. I love doing blah, blah, blah. I love doing my podcast. I love doing my business. I love doing producing. I love acting. I love that thing. But I don't trust you, God. That's what you're saying. I tell people all the time, I'm in the most faith-based profession you can be in and not be a pastor. I got checks. Shit I did 20 years ago. God continues to bless me. Despite myself. I'm not a great person. I could be a much better person. Carolyn Worley says, it is true, nicer you, it is true, the nicer you are, the more you get shit on, because that is how it goes for me a lot of the time. You know what, Carolyn? It feels like that. Sometimes it feels like that. It feels like, yo, I'm being nice, but here goes. Nice guys don't finish last. They're just running a longer race. So if you look at your life like a sprint, yeah, it look like you getting your ass tore up. But guess what? You're running 10 miles. You're running 26 miles. In that case, all you got to do is keep putting one foot in front of the other. Trina Pinkert. Andromeda says, you and LeVar gave perfect advice to cats regarding working a 9-to-5 and being an entertainer. How about this? God is a God of blessing. He gonna give you multiple skill sets, right? I'm a believer that you gotta figure out what you love. Like, I don't tell people to be a comedian. I said go do it and see if you love it. Because if you love it, now your path, now your navigation is set. Because if you love it, you have to do it. I love being a comedian. Like, if I never made another quarter in comedy, guess what? Nigga, I'm winning. Because I love it. I literally love it. I go to the open mics. Why? Because I fucking love it. I love bombing. I love going on that stage and sometimes it don't go right. Why? Because it gives me another chance to dig deeper in. Says it's cool to be nice, but don't let people take advantage of you. Carolyn says, I love laughing. Find out what you love. Words you live by today. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. We're going to take a little break. We come back, more show, man. Hey, what do you love? How do you keep going? How do you keep one foot in front of the other? It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. These are words people live by. What are the words you live by? Come in, pop in, holler at your boy. My name is Rodney Perry, and we'll be right back.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
I dress 10 times better than you.
Not with them Hoochie Daddy shorts on.
Your shorts shorter than mine.
Yeah, you got me there.
First of all, let me just say this, folks. I'm starting to get excited, bro. Enjoy yourself. If you need me, I'm going to be by the bar.
Calm down, John Legend. See how you did that? Look at me. I'm ordinary people.
Johnson, returning Saturday, August 5th on Bounce.
August 5th on Bounce, Johnson returns. I had opportunity to perform on this season of Johnson. Please check that out. Stop right there. Amir says, hey, Rodney, man, I'm sorry. My Wi-Fi here at work is not letting me be great. Let me tell you something, Amir. Your Wi-Fi can't stop you from being great because you're a great dude. Uh-oh, stop right there. Okay, too far. No comedian loves bombing. You know what? You're right. But bombing is an occupational hazard of comedy sometimes. So I'm not saying I love bombing. I don't love bombing. You're right. But I love being a comic so much that if bombing is part of it, then so be it. We love the art of creating, and bombing means you need to continue to create because a joke ain't work. Well said. Corin Sea Dog Oglesby. Yo, I have no idea what happened. Carolyn says, I love comedians that make me laugh. You know what? Me too. Thank you guys for staying tight, staying with your boy. The question of the day is, what are the words you live by? What are the words that get you through the day? What are the words that keep you moving? You know, I listened to the broadcast the other day, and you have to do it if you have a podcast. You got to listen to it to make sure everything sounds great. Yeah, I'm like, why is this guy freaking yelling? Why is Rodney Perry yelling in the microphone? And so I forgot I got this nice mic and that it sounds amazing. If I'm talking like way up here, then it's like, dude, please stop. But thank you for tuning in. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. Thank you. Bob. Let's do this. What's happening in these streets? John Amos of Good Times accuses his daughter of elder abuse. And I saw this story, and I'm sorry to hear about this. I am familiar with the Amos family. I had a chance to meet John Amos, his daughter Shannon, and his son Casey. And they're really great folks, man. But what happens as your parents begin to age, everybody doesn't have things done the way they like things to happen. And so the daughter's accusing the son of mistreating their dad and being an opportunist and vice versa, when, you know, ultimately they need to come together, man. You won't have your dad forever. He's a great guy, great American, great human being. And I hope they figure it out and mend those fences before they get, you know, further down the road with their pops, man. And John Amos is low key all of our dads. You know, we had a situation on my other podcast. It's called We Finna Argue, and we started talking about TV dads. And man, at first I said to myself, there's not enough black TV dads out there. But then I found out that's not true. It's so many guys that affected our life, from Cliff Huxtable to any number of the great TV dads. John Amos, man, let's find a list. Let's see. These guys, man, changed our lives. For those of us that felt like you didn't have a father for any particular reason, man. Let's see. Okay, let's look. George Jefferson, a black TV dad. Let's see. The great George Jefferson. Calvin Butler from The Neighborhood. I don't even know that show. What about Charles Thorne for Half and Half? That's Obababa Tunde played that character. Cleveland. Uncle Phil. Somebody said Uncle Phil. I'm sure we're getting there. The Proud Family, the cartoon dad, a great dad, played by Tommy Davidson. Marlon Wayans. Marlon from the Marlon Show. Marlon Wayans is a historic TV dad. Carl Winslow from Family Matters. Absolutely, Corin. Kenya Barris. He's new to the list from Blackish or Black AF. Daryl Hughley, DL Hughley is on the list. TV dad. Ernest Fry. That's Sherman Hemsley from Amen. Craig Cooper, Casey Undercover. I don't know what the hell that is. Let's see. Oh, Joe Carmichael from the Carmichael Show. Let me tell y'all something. David Allen Greer is the funniest man alive. You didn't like Moesha's dad? I mean, he was just a flawed guy. How about this? Michael Kyle, my wife and kids, Damon Wayans was a fabulous TV dad, man. A great TV dad. Shouts out to him. Lester Jenkins. Lester. What is Lester Jenkins from? Hal Williams. What about Robert Townsend, aka Robert Peterson from the Parenthood? From all of us, Robert James, aka Dwayne Martin, played a great job. Julius Rock, Chris Rock's dad, aka Terry Crews, played a fabulous TV dad. My homie from 227, okay. Oh, that's who that was. Colonel Bradford Taylor, a different world. Glenn Turman, a fabulous actor. We're into the top 12. Sanford's son, Fred Sanford. Fred Sanford was, in my mind, was my dad. Shouts out to Flex Washington at number 11, 101. Great job, Flex. Let's go to Pops. John Witherspoon from the Wayans brothers. Ray Campbell, sister to sister, Tim Reed. Somebody said, well, Tim Reed was a stepfather. So what? Stepfathers count, man. Let's show some love to Andre Johnson. At number 8, Anthony Anderson, fabulous TV dad. Bernie Mac, oh my God. What a great TV dad. Probably a breath of fresh air for a lot of us because he was real. How about this? Granddad. Andromeda says, my daddy in real life is Fred Sanford. My daddy in real life president, my daddy really owns a junkyard too. Get out of here. Are you serious? Frank Mitchell from Moesha. Shouts out to William Allen Young, played a fabulous role from 96 to 2001. Great job. Carl Winslow, Family Matters. Shouts out to Reginald Vale Johnson. And how about this? Carl Winslow still working. Carl Winslow said, let me go get this commercial money. Somebody said, Charles Emerson, Rock. You got to show love to Rock. James Evans is number 3 from Good Times. John Amos. Heathcliff Huxtable is number 2 on this list. The great Bill Cosby. The only reason he's not number 1, I think, is probably the stuff he's been through in real life. At number 1, the Honorable Judge Philip Banks, a.k.a. Uncle Phil, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I got an honorable mention. Lou Smith. Somebody asked me who Lou Smith is. Who is Lou Smith, Rodney Perry? Lou Smith, a great TV dad. Lou Smith. Anybody know who Lou Smith is? Don't look it up. Lou Smith is the deadbeat dad that left Will Smith on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which led to Will Smith having a great moment on television. Why you don't want me? Wow. Carl Winslow was a cop and his kids were always in trouble. They were low-key bad kids. It wasn't nothing low-key about it, drama. Love James Evans. Let me tell you something. I like when James made me want to get some tight Levi's. Thank y'all for popping in today. My name is Rodney Perry. This is Rodney Perry Live. This is literally Rodney Perry Live this morning. As I woke up this morning and I talked to a friend the other day. Here's a good word to live by. My buddy gave me something, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can get him on the line. I'm gonna see if I can get him. Hold on. Let's do this first. Hold on, people. Don't abandon me. Stay with me. And thank you for chatting. Mr. Drummond raised 2 black boys. Does he count? He does not count as a black dad, but he does count as raising black sons. You got to give him love for that. All right, hold on. Let me get it right here. Turn that on.
Rodney.
Sky, you are live on my podcast. I do it every day.
What's up with you, man?
I wanted to bring you on because you gave me a jewel the other day. Today, the topic for the show today is what are the words you live by? And you gave me a jewel, man, that you exercise every day. You mind sharing that with my audience, bro?
Which one was it? Oh. Do you mean the one where I said that where I said that
when you wake up in the morning, what you do?
Oh, I thank God. God acknowledges you as much as you acknowledge God.
Yes.
God acknowledges you as much as you acknowledge God, because a lot of people they go through things and they wonder why they're having a bad day. But most of us, if you think about it, right? Have you ever got up in the morning and forgot to pray and things just didn't go quite right? Now compare that to the days you got up and you acknowledge God first, because when you do that, see, God's like, okay, so he woke up with me, so I'm going to walk through this day with him, make sure he's straight, God really, that's really the way it works. God acknowledges you as much as you acknowledge God. So if you're wondering what's going on in your life and why things are looking the way they're looking in your life, there's your answer. God is acknowledging you as much as you're acknowledging God.
How about that, dude? And this is what I didn't say as you were giving me that word, right? I've been, prophesied to many times throughout my life, right? And a lady prophesied to me, and you reminded me when you said that. So the lady said to me, she said, Rodney, God just wants you to say, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Mm-hmm. And that thing activates him, so to speak. And when you said that, and you said that phrase, when you would communicate to me, he's like, just say thank you, Lord. And I was like, yo.
Especially, Rodney, because you got to think about, just like the other night, right? On Father's Day, when you did this show that night, right? Everybody in there has their own battles that they're fighting. Everybody that was in that crowd have their own battles that they're fighting every day. Now, God has given you the power to put them all on the same frequency at the same time, and that smiles on their faces. You make them forget about their problems, forget about their issues, and even laugh about some of their issues. You even laugh about some of your issues, and You have the power. God has given you the ability to put everybody on a positive frequency at once. That's powerful.
Wow.
That's powerful. That's something that people don't understand about comedians. Like, look at the power that they have. Like, everybody in them crowds be going through something. But for that moment, everybody's smiling and laughing and they forget their problems for that moment. So that's why I think that you, my brother, are a powerful brother, man. I like what you did the other night, by the way. I like that.
Wow, man. Very, 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 very dope, man. Thank you very much, guy. How are you, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm looking outside at this weather, and I'm thanking God for another day. You know, my mom thinks it's weird that I like the rain better than I like the sunshine. but
you know,
right,
rain is a powerful thing because rain is it's what we do every day. Jump in the shower. It's cleansing.
And you know what else it does? It calms everything. When a storm is happening, you got to sit down.
You got to sit your ass down in the
You got to sit down. You got to take your time. You got to take your time in the storm. You got to take your time when you're driving. You got to protect yourself. You got to shelter yourself. You got to calm down. You got to sit down for a minute. And that's where I live my life, man. I live my life like I'm going through the rain, man. I shelter myself and I be careful and take my time.
Wow. Hey, words to live by. Shelter yourself. Be careful and take your time. Wow. Hey,
absolutely.
Hey, Scott, thank you for the words of wisdom, man, and God bless you. And this is the thing, you know, I thank God for you, you know, as a person that watched you on social media and became what I call a friend. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. I
appreciate you, Rodney.
My man.
All right.
Hey, that Scott Keaton, man, came in, dropped some jewels on us, and we had some great conversations. Corin Oglesby. Corin says, praying doesn't necessarily change what happens in your life, but it does change your perspective. When I pray and choose God first, some things are as bad as they seem. Aren't as bad as they seem, maybe. Let's see what Corin talking about. Let's see, his name ain't Corin in my phone. Hold on, where you at? Where you at, Corin? Why don't I have your number? I got your FaceTime. Call me, C-Dog. You need to break that down. You giving us some jewels. I got your FaceTime. See what happens about that. C-Dog.
RP.
Why don't I have your phone number in my phone?
I don't know. You called me many times. I don't know.
I got your FaceTime, but it ain't got no number hooked to it.
Hey man, that's I don't know.
Hey, you just dropped a jewel in the chat, man. Elaborate, please, for me.
I'm just saying. So I don't necessarily believe that.
Before we go any further, we talking to Corin, C-Dog, comedian extraordinaire, and man of God. I've seen it myself, and his beard is on point today. I got to tell you.
Hey man, I so appreciate that, man. You know, I work hard at this.
Hey man, it takes some hard work. Hey, but go ahead, break it down.
No, I like I said, I don't believe that prayer necessarily always changes the things that happen in your day, but it does change your perspective of what happens and how you take it. And so that's what.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think it's huge. It's like when I really consider when we have a true connection with the Lord, that we understand that things aren't always as bad as they seem.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so I think that's huge. I think, yeah, I love what Scott's saying, is just starting your day off with prayer. It's a great way to start, you know. And then because once we walk out the door, life is gonna happen.
You can't stop life from happening.
You can't stop life from happening. No matter what you do, no matter how hard you pray, life is gonna happen. The beautiful thing, I think, the most beautiful words that God has always said to us is that He promises to be with us.
How about that? Hey, give me this, C-Dog. What are the words you live by other than prayer first and things of that nature? What do you live by every day? You're like, man, you know what? These are the words I live by.
The thing that I live by is that I am known and I'm known.
I'm known and I matter. Ooh. Was you trying to give me that? You was trying to give me that?
Hey,
I gotta write that one down.
write it down. When you have close friendships and people you can always call, that means that you're known and that you matter. And that's the two things that everybody wants in life.
You know what? As a comedian sometimes, dude, and I mean, we talking about those of us that's got thousands of fans, millions of people and you feel like you're not known and you don't matter.
Oh, many people live in a world of crowded loneliness.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's what sometimes I can be like that, because I'm not exactly a total introvert, but I'm not always an extrovert. And so sometimes I want to just go somewhere where it's a bunch of people, but don't nobody know my name. You know,
as soon as you sit there, somebody gonna be like, "Hey, ain't you
It could be, but the thing is too. Sometimes what's good for us, and that we don't take into consideration enough is solitude is needed.
Okay.
Like, yeah, solitude is needed at times where you can go, you can be by yourself, and you can refuel. You know, because solitude should push you towards time with the Lord, time with God, time with deep thinking. You know, what we're not looking for is isolation.
Wow, how about that? You know what, man? That's such a great idea. Solitude is needed. Every time in my life, C-Dog, when I've tried to pilot my life with human beings, it always ends up me and God.
Mm.
I be having 50 people around me, and God be like, no, come over here.
Yep.
I do.
Yep.
I've seen it so many times, and I'm like, man, I've really tried to prepare for this and get myself ready for this. And God be like, I'm the only one that can help you right now.
Boy. And that's a hard place and a good place to be.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Even Jesus went through it. He had the niggas with him. They go to the garden. He said, hey, man, all y'all niggas do is don't go to sleep. These niggas go to sleep immediately.
More than once.
He come back like, wait, y'all niggas been asleep.
Like, I say, all I asked you to do is... yeah.
Jesus like, really? Come on, God. And God was like, calm down, JC. Okay, my bad. My bad.
I got you.
I got to go through this whole process, though. Okay.
Yep. There you go.
These niggas.
I think that's in the Bible somewhere.
Is that in there? Let me tell you something. If they would let me do sermons like that, C-Dog, I might start preaching them all.
Hey, yeah, who's stopping you?
No, man. I think I don't know, man. My grandmother say that might be my path ultimately, but I ain't ready yet.
Hey, man, we ain't all gotta be in the pulpit to be ministers.
Indeed, well said. Hey, Corin Oglesby.
There you go.
AKA C-Dog, man. Thank you so much for popping on today, man. Y'all can't see him, but I can. Thanks for taking the FaceTime, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. If it's the only number you got, keep using it.
I'm about to call you as soon as we get off and get the real regular. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. All right. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
C-Dog is in the building. Hey, y'all, a great day. What are the words you live by? Figure it out. Keep going. That's one of the words we got today. Solitude is needed. One of the words we got today. I am known and I matter. One of the words you got today. It's nice to be important. It's important to be nice. One of the words we got today. So many other words. Whatever resonates with you, take it. Rock with it. Shouts out to the Black fathers. Shouts out to Father's Day. Shouts out to our mothers. Shouts out to our families. Wow. Find what you love and do it. Don't quit. The only way you lose the game is to give up, to quit. People don't know who you are for a reason. God is taking you off the radar for a reason. God is buffing you up on his own time. So when he presents you to the world, you will be above reproach. Maybe you haven't got the success you want because you're not ready. Your best advice is for you. Write that down. Those of us who advise people all the time, you find yourself always, helping people. Maybe that advice is for you. You got your navigation. You set to success. Don't get off the highway too early. You may take yourself down a longer path wrought with scariness and confusion. My name is Rodney Perry. I'm here to tell you everything I'm telling you, I'm telling myself. Wow. Let's do this before we get going.
Hello?
Hope.
What's up?
This your daddy.
Yeah, I know. What's going on?
I'm calling live from my show. I know you teleworking, but I wanted to ask you a question.
What's up?
What are the words you live by?
Ooh. Goodness. That's a hard one. I can go by, I guess, what I live by is, everything is temporary. Because that's what my mom always tell me. So basically, like, even when you're going through bad stuff, it's okay because it's not going to last. You know what I'm saying? Like, you here, but you're going to be somewhere else soon. So it's going to be okay. But even with good stuff, that's the case too. But just enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the ride. Take it all in and enjoy it for what it is and always be grateful. Just be grateful, honestly.
Wow, that's two right there. Everything is temporary and be grateful in all things. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling my audience that I really like my children. You guys are not only my kids, my children, and not even kids anymore, but you're also wise people, and you lead the way. And thank you for being the awesome human being that you are and have become.
Oh, thank you, Daddy. I appreciate that. You know why we like that? Because you like it. It was all in the little extra stuff that you shot out. It was all in there.
Hey.
So appreciate it.
Hey, you know what? It's interesting you put it that way, because that's something that I would say is so hilarious. And have a great rest of the day, man, and be a blessing to somebody. I
appreciate that. Thank you.
Right.
You bless my day. Have a good day.
I love you.
Bye.
Hey, that's number one. He is my oldest child, and the human being that has probably taught me most about being a man of your word. My life lesson to any father, any young father, is don't tell your kids nothing you're not going to do. You feel me? Like, if you know, and your ass can't make it, but you want to be the good nigga and tell your kids, I'll be there, don't do that. Hey, daddy cannot make it, but I'm going to try my best to do it next time. All right. So many great words today. Thank you guys for coming in. I'll be this weekend, Memphis, Tennessee, in the building, Chuckles Comedy Club. If you know somebody in Memphis, call them. Tell them you must see Rodney Perry. You must see Rodney Perry. I got a word for you. Keep going. I am known and I matter. Solitude is needed. It's important to be nice, but it's nice to be important. Everything is temporary, good and bad. Words to live by: don't stop, Get it, get it. Don't stop. Get it, get it. Come on, Candy Kids TV. That is the final word of the day. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. This is our show for the day. Truly a Rodney Perry Live, because I was just me the whole hour. Thank you guys so much. You've been nothing short of amazing. Until next time.
Rodney Perry.
Rodney Perry.
Oh.